Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. It's been a long time since I've actually made a video on this, and I have made a fair bit of progress on the base since, but I think it's good to be back and making a short video at least on this. Now you might note my skin looks slightly different, and that is because I've made a slight few changes to it. I now have some red boots. I don't need to know how to play. I've got some red boots and the shorts have become pants. I have been told it looks a little bit like a onesie, so I probably will change it at some point again, but for the time being, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. I have, of course, changed Magpie cams, which is the alternate version of this, which is just a white version with the black stripes, and that looks even more like a onesie, so we'll have to make some changes. Let us go for a little bit of a tour of the base, as you can see through there. Just need to get some rockets, and we can go for a bit of a fly. Now, I can't quite remember where we were when I left off, so I'm just going to go level by level. So over here, we've still got our normal storage, which I think was there last time. On this side, we've now got ourselves all the wood kinds of things, so all the 8 types of wood and a few more things, including azalea and chests and sticks. Over here, we've got some things that don't really sort very well, so all the kinds of colours without magenta in there, and some other things like glass and terracotta and stuff, redstone, and shulker boxes, so all that kind of stuff is there. And over here we've now got all the foods and other mob drops, which is working out quite well. With our second level, we are currently working on this, and we've got ourselves a couple, or at least beginnings of farms, so this is working out quite well over here, and it's probably something we're going to be working on today. You might also note I have now done all of the levels, or the layers at least, all the walkways and everything, which we left off last episode, I believe. So we've got ourselves quite a bit of a walkway and quite a bit of other things around. And if we take a bit of a fly, you can see every one of these towers has a, a beacon, which is not, these outer ones don't actually do anything at the time being, but the center one gives me the haste, haste and strength and regen and something else that I always forget. It is resistance. So those 4 things are currently being powered, and they extend almost all the way around the base, which is extraordinarily helpful. So with that in mind, let's go and take a little bit of a tour of some of the things that's going on around here. Now, Morgan and Char have been working on this base for quite a bit, and you can see they've made quite a bit of progress. They've now removed about half the sand and going with this texture over here. Now, it doesn't quite work on my texture pack. I've just got the standard glass texture, but I think on theirs, the glass melts quite nicely. So we've got green, cyan, and blue, and it melts quite nicely going all the way around. I'm not quite sure what their plan is for the rest of this, but it should work out quite well, I reckon. And I think that's the rest of Light Crew. Nutria hasn't really done much, as far as I'm aware, and there isn't much over here, so we might as well head back to our base and get started on some of the things we'd like to get done today. Now, what I'd like to get done today is, at the very least, starting work on some of the farms and some of the decorations behind it. I would want to do the standard 4 crop farms, so one of these is villagers, so one of these is wheat, one of those is beetroot, one of those is carrots, and the last one is potatoes. So, of course, we need to get some villagers in, but first off, we need to decorate this thing. Now, I usually do the standard just concrete all the way around and decorate it with some standard concrete and, glass, just to cut it off, but I think I can do it a little bit better this time round, although it's still probably just going to be a plain wall. So, my style doesn't really vary from season to season. So, I am going to hop into creative mode just to show you that once I get that done, and not creative mode, I mean a creative world, I should say. The second thing I want to do is cut all of this down quite a bit, put lava at the bottom and layer up with glass, which is going to be a bit of a complicated effect and a lot of digging, which is going to be slightly annoying, but even more better with the haste 2 now that I've got that. So I'm going to quickly go into my creative world and show you the 2 things that I've got. So I was just experimenting a little bit with the way the colour looks against the crop itself, and the dark red of here of the concrete doesn't really work for me. I mean, it's sort of okay, but if we come over here to the red terracotta, I think this one works a little bit better. We should probably have built it up a bit more just to showcase this exactly. Let's just go a little bit more on each side, like so. And same with the concrete, like so. A bit more, and there we go, just a bit more. So overall, the red concrete does sort of blend in better. So I don't know which one I'm going to go for. The brown mushroom, the terracotta, not the brown mushroom stem, the terracotta over here does work reasonably well with the potatoes. I did consider, where is it, brown, if I can actually spell, brown mushroom stem, which is almost the same color as the potato and the terracotta. And overall, I think the potato would actually be better. Sorry, the brown mushroom stem would probably be better, but the terracotta is a lot easier to obtain. So I'm probably going to go with that one in the end. Of course, we're going to go with lime for this one, and the orange is probably just going to be orange concrete. If we can find our range of oranges, bright orange works quite well here. So I think we'll go with that. Now over to the effects of this. This is something what it's going to look like with the red on the walls and then the layered red glass. We might actually go another 2 layers up actually. And this is of course going to be even more terracotta, but thankfully we have a meter nearby to get that from. So if we do that and build it up 1 more layer and put that all there, like so, it should layer out quite nicely. And if we look from above, set the time to night, no, not day, set it to midnight. This is what it's going to look like, and I think that works reasonably well. It is sort of well lit, which is kind of what I'm looking for. And yeah, I don't know, there's something what I'm looking for. I may just do 1 layer. That might be a little bit less digging. So if we just come down all the way to the bottom, like so, this may be enough. We'll see how it goes. Now I've been building for a little while, and I've just noticed there is a creeper over here and some, what do they call these things? We've got the pillagers around here. Now I wonder, where did the creeper go? I wonder if I could get the creeper to blow up these things. I don't think so, and now that the creeper's gone, it's a bit annoying, but it should have worked, I think. I should have just done it off camera when I was doing it, but oh well. It was an idea. Anyways, after that little attempt to blow up some pillagers with a creeper, I now have finished off, or at least partly finished off, these sections. As you can probably tell, this is going to be the carrot section, and we've got the potatoes directly opposite. I thought be a bit of symmetry to have these two opposite each other, which need the extra villager for the crops to work, and then the wheat and the beetroot on those sides. Now you might notice those top bits where the stone is still there, and that's because I'm still waiting for Bluestow to finish them off. I paid him a whole set of diamond armor, which was basically spare from some end trips, so he got all that, as well as in exchange for him doing all this. Now, I think I can wait. I'm not entirely sure how long this episode is going to take to make, and I'm really only doing it because I've got a bit of a public holiday tomorrow as I'm recording this, so it gives me a little bit of extra time. But as we can see, we've got those things ready, so what I'm thinking, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to make it work at the back. Do I do another line of orange, for example, on this one, and then slowly curve this in, or do I do something else? So that's something where I'm trying to decide, but I'm definitely going to be putting at least orange glass on this one over here, just to cap it off and seal it off and make sure that no zombies can get in. So that's the plan over here. Then I should probably start at the very least moving the carrots onto this side, and maybe the wheat can wait because that's just seeds and I got a lot of that. So maybe if I start getting all of these carrots up and putting them into the section where they're going to be needed. And from the looks of that, I might actually need to go down another block and put some more yellow terracotta on that one, just to make it a little bit more, just to make it look a little bit nicer. So that's something I'm going to do as well. So let's get these carrots in and make sure I've got all my other things ready, and also get my plans ready for this orange section, at least. One thing I didn't quite consider is how I've built this. Now I've put the glass directly above this wood log here. However, that does mean that it's going to cut straight into the lights there, which is a little bit annoying, or it's going to be in the block behind the lights. which is a little bit annoying. Now, if this was here, then I'm going to have to put something there. Maybe it's an orange thing. So, yeah, still trying to decide exactly how I want it. But I think it would be best to have a look at some of the other ones and see what it looks like. But you can see here on this top level up here, the second level, that I have left the wood there and then gone one back. And then the lights are perfect there. So I don't know which is the best manner. So I might leave it for a bit and decide that later. But for now, I think I will get the yellow glass in as well on that one and see, and then think a little bit more on how I'm going to do the rest of this building project. Well, it took me a little while, but I think I've decided how I'd like this to go. So I'm going to go with the glass and the blocks all the way around, and probably going to put some across the granite all the way across the top with some lights just to light this thing up. Then, to prevent the villagers jumping up and down, which I don't think they will, but just in case, I'm going to put a glass, better not break that, put a glass layer at this level so I can walk in and out, but the villagers can't. And I'm also, going to put the glass all the way down to the ground just to make sure that baby villagers can't, or baby zombies can't get in and kill off my villagers. So that's going to happen on all 4 of those, and I'm probably going to do that mostly off camera, because I would like to turn my attention to the base of this thing. Now, I did show earlier how I would like to get this done, and all that remains for me to do is to go straight into a time lapse and have this all done. So, without further ado, let's get that done. And I've had to stop the time-lapse there because I've just realized the sheer magnitude of the amount of lava I'm going to need. That was one entire shulker box of lava, and I've barely made a dent in what I need. You can see there's probably about maybe an eighth, definitely around an eighth of what I need, 1/8. So we're going to need, let me see, at least 8 shulker boxes of lava just to do this one. And you can see there I was probably only doing every second block as well. So every second block is going to be 8 shulker boxes of lava, and 4 of them I'm going to need 32 shulker boxes of lava. So lots and lots and lots of lava. So that might be something I'm going to do again off camera and just get that just get that done and hopefully cover it all up. Now, just to make sure that no one falls into that and dies, I'm going to start covering this up with some glass. which shouldn't be hopefully too hard. If I just do a couple, one like that, that should give me the platform I need to start jumping in, because I don't have any fire resistance potions, so that is going to be a little bit trickier, and I might need to patch up some of these other bits where I didn't quite get it correct, so lots of work to be done. And I thought I'd end the episode there, but not before I show you what this thing looks like at night, which I think is really the effect I was going for. So make sure I don't fall in the lava, because that would be catastrophic. But if we can just take ourselves off and get ourselves to the top level, something like that, if I can actually see it, would be better. But something like that is the kind of solution I was looking for. Just the red of the lava and the 2 layers of glass create the kind of dark and yet light feeling that I was going for in this entire base. So that's kind of what I'm going for, and that sort of is working. So I might need to improve it at some point just to make it a bit better, but overall I think that is going pretty well. So to that end, we're going to say thank you very much for watching, and I do plan on doing a stream at some point where I'm going to be getting a bit of lava and digging out the rest of this stuff. So hope to see you then. Till then, goodbye.